Hello gold farmers, welcome to another donut farming video. Today we'll be going over the Eternal Life Shuffle. So a lot of people may have already seen my guide on where to farm the Eternal Life, and I actually kind of put off the shuffle for this one, just so that way I can work a bit more on my aquarium routes, and I wanted to share with you guys how to make a bit more gold off of the aquarium routes that I had been going over, and all of that seems to be doing really well. And now I decided to just go ahead and share with you guys my Eternal Life shuffle. So for the Eternal Life, you can make the Moon Shroud, which is used in actually a various amount of different transmog items. You can also use the Eternal Life and a bunch of different other transmog items, but the Moon Shroud is the main one that I actually focus on. The Moon Shroud is selling for about actually 400 gold on my server, if I am correct. I did try to update my TSM today, but it didn't seem to work out too well, so I will work on trying to get it updated here in my, I guess, one of my next days off of work. So the Moon Shroud is used in, if I can get it to work, the Moon Shroud is used in items such as the Moon Shroud robe, which is selling for about 8.5k. That's really not too bad. The Eternal Life is one of the easiest Eternals to get a hold of, so a lot of these transmogs will actually be a lot cheaper than what the one for the Eternal Shadow was. So you got your Moon Shroud robe, the Moon Shroud gloves, which sell for about 4k. They don't really take too many materials that really cost a whole lot. You've got the Light Blessed mittens, which does sell for about 1.4k. The Frost Moon pants, which sell for about 1.7k. You've got Xavier's slippers, which sell for about 6.5k, and that's actually extremely cheap for the, it's really expensive for the materials that it takes. Altogether, you would really only be spending about 4k on it, and you could profit you can almost double your profit off of it. You've got the Aurora slippers as well, and those sell for about 2.3k. I do not recommend crafting any of the bags that you can use these on, just because they are kind of obsolete. Although if you really had to, you could craft the glacial bag, even though it's not really worth it though. You've got your Royal Moon Shroud robe, which is selling for about 20k. The hardest thing about these next few transmog are mostly going to be the amount of Moon Shroud that it actually takes. Again though, it doesn't really take, the Eternal Life really isn't too hard to obtain. You've got your Royal Moon Shroud bracers, which looks like they are selling for about 20k. And I guess it does look like my TSM might be trying to slowly work on updating itself, so hopefully we can get that all updated in the next couple of videos. You've got your Court of the White Dawn, which is selling for about 7k, which again, is a really good transmog item to try and get into because it doesn't really cost a whole lot to craft it. You've got the Lightweave leggings, which sell for about 20k. The sandals of consecration, and I'm not sure why I'm having bug issues at the moment, but those sell for about 17k, and it looks like I'd actually recommend trying to get a hold of these if you can, because it costs half of the moon shroud as the others, such as the moon shroud or the royal moon shroud transmog items, and it sells for just a few k under, so that's really good. And then you've got your frosty flying carpet, which is unfortunately soulbound, but if you don't already have it, you can go ahead and craft it. It doesn't take hardly any materials at all, so it's one of the cheapest mounts you can actually craft. As far as the moon shroud itself goes, you only need 2 of the eternal life and 1 imbued frostweave cloth, and that doesn't take any time to get either, so this is a very easy shuffle to do, very quick, and it's not very time consuming. I don't really recommend crafting a ton of the moon shroud and posting them all at once, but if you want to do a few at a time and just see where it goes, you are more than welcome to. I know when I did the Eternal Shadow Shuffle, there were actually quite a few people that were trying it, and they had quite a bit of luck with it, so hopefully you guys can have the same amount of luck with the moon shroud as others did with the Ebon Weave. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.